Hey guys, Coach Sam here coming at you live from my home gym. It is Monday, February 5th, and today we're smashing some legs. All right, to get you guys started today, we're starting with leg primer A. We're going to be moving through some stretching movements, some body weight movements, into some loaded dynamic movements to get you nice, hot, and prepped for our pre-fatigue today, which is going to be a superset of banded, seated, or lying hamstring curls with 3-position RDLs. So let's break this down a little bit. So for the hamstring curl, you're going to perform 30 reps of either a seated banded or machine or a lying banded or machine hamstring curl. So if you're doing this in a CrossFit gym or home gym with a band, try to make sure that you're getting enough tension on the band so the band doesn't completely get slack on the negative or eccentric portion of that movement. You might have to play around with your setup a little bit. Once you complete your 30 reps there, you're going to be moving on to 3-position Romanian deadlifts. You can conduct this to either a barbell or a set of dumbbells, depending on what you have access to. So for the first position, you're going to be conducting it with your heels touching and your toes out like a V shape almost. Then you're going to move to 10 reps and with your feet in a neutral position. And then you're going to finish 10 reps in a sumo stance with your toes pointed out. Highly recommend, if you guys have access to lifting straps or even my personal favorite Versa grips, that you leverage those so your grip isn't the limiting factor when you're doing this movement. You're going to be doing 3 sets of that with about a 2-minute break in between, 90-second break in between. So that's going to have some pretty severe compounding fatigue. So just make sure that you're paying attention to how much you're loading the movement for that first set, if not the second, because we really want to cash you out in the last set there. Don't cash yourself out a little too early by going too heavy or too much band tension, or if you're on a machine, too much weight on the hamstring curl too early. All right, guys, moving on now for a heavy mechanical loading movement of the day, we're going to be doing box squats. You're going to be hitting 4 heavy sets of 5. So you're going to be using the RPE scale to build up from an RPE 7 to an RPE 10. If you guys aren't familiar with those RPE scales, if you're on SugarWOD, make sure you're taking a look at the athlete notes. If you're on Train Heroic, look at the coach's instructions at the top of the screen there. There's a link to a Google Doc that'll kind of review what how each RPE level is kind of seen. And then same thing on the whiteboard. You can kind of see that in the athlete notes there. But moving on from an RPE 7 to 10, which is when we're reaching mechanical breakdown at RPE 10, you're going to be building up over 4 sets to a top set of 5 with a 3-second negative. Now, you can do this with a traditional straight bar. You can do it with a safety bar. If you find yourself in a club gym, feel free to leverage a leg press, but you're going to double the reps at 10 reps on that leg press. Also, something to keep in mind here is you want to really focus on sending your hips to the back of the room as you sit down to really place the focus on this movement on your glutes and your hamstrings. That's kind of what we're trying to target here with this box squat movement. All right, so for your weekly challenge this week and our concentration work, it's going to be loaded dumbbell step-ups. So I've seen this movement done the right way and done the wrong way quite a few times. And what we're looking for with this dumbbell step-up was really trying to target, single leg hypertrophy and strength development work there. And so the best way to optimize this movement is when your non-working leg, so the leg that's going to lower and touch the ground, try to only touch your heel to the ground on the way down, and that will place all of the tension and pressure on your working leg on the way up. Conversely, if you had your foot flat, some people have the tendency to rock forward and use the non-working leg for some assistance on the way up. So this if you've never done it this way before, it might humble you a little bit because you'll arguably have to use quite a bit less load than you traditionally use. However, the benefits over time to balance out any strength imbalances and to increase your single leg strength will be absolutely optimal. All right. And then to cash you guys out for the day for our metabolic stress work, it's going to be our sumo stance dumbbell squat annihilation. It's 10 sets executed on the minute. So 10 minutes, every minute on the minute, you're going to be doing 20 reps of a dumbbell sumo squat. So for this movement, you can either stand on 2 boxes, you can stack some plates up, And then you can grab either a heavy dumbbell or a kettlebell. We're looking for about, rep range or weight range, 70 to 100 pounds for the men, 35 to 50 for the women. If you're under that, no big deal. If you're over that, more power to you. And you're going to be executing, 20 reps on the minute. And so for these, we want you to crack parallel and stand up to about 3/4 to maybe 80% lockout to keep your muscles under tension the entire time. This is going to have an extreme compounding effect probably around minute 5 or minute 6. So choose your weight carefully, or have a second lighter weight if you think you might need to drop on the way down. All right, guys. And once you're done with that, we have your optional conditioning work for the day. You have an optional CrossFit workout, your optional grunt work, and your optional energy system development. And then, as always, you can finish up with your core work and our optional Thunder Broga. If you guys are finishing up the 30-day shred, we're going to be starting our next one here pretty soon. So hope you guys have been continuing to follow along. And as always, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, training questions, please post something in our Thunderbro Facebook group. If you're on Train Heroic, make sure you're active in that Muscle Anarchy chat, and then feel free to message me directly. If you have any questions, I actually hopped on a call with one of our athletes the other day for about half an hour, had some questions about nutrition and supplementation. So, if you guys have something you guys are interested in doing, please let us know. We can kind of hook you up to get you guys on a call. So with that, guys, enjoy your leg day and enjoy your week.